Hello everyone, Cliff here in the shed. I've got this heap of shit old vice here. It's like a machine vice, but it's a crappy old bit of crap. I'm going to see if I can make it better. I've already took the pin out that holds the jaw in and the bottom off it. I mean, it's a rough old cast thing, it wobbled about all over the place, and it was alright for holding a bit of wood or something in it, but that was about it. But I'm going to see if I can make it better. I'm going to keep the screw and the body, but I'm going to make a new jaw for here, and I'm going to take it over to the mill. I'm going to take this little, it's got a little vice jaw protector on it here. I'm going to take that off. I'm going to take it over to the mill. First of all, I'll mill this surface, get that flat, and I'll mill the jaw as well, and get that as parallel as I can. Well, not as parallel as I can, but I'm going to mill that hopefully square to this. Then my plan is to turn it over, mill this flat so that that's parallel with the other side. And then I've got to try and mill these out nice and square. So I'm going to put it back in the well, I suppose I could do that all in one hit, but I'll have to reference this, clock this, and then mill these out, and then make a new jaw for it. Well, that's enough chatting. Let's get over to the mill. Well, every journey's got to start somewhere, and mine has started with clocking this. I mean, this surface here is, as Paul Whitehouse would have said, as rough as a badger's arse, but I've got it reasonably good. It's a bit, tapers a bit at the ends, but it's just a rough old bit of shit anyway. But it's when this power feed comes in very useful, because you can just tap this, it tails off at both ends. So I think I've got that about as good as I can get it, because I need some sort of reference point. I mean, it's pretty steady in the middle, it's just at the ends that it gets a bit bigger and a bit smaller. Anyway, that's about as good as I'm going to get that, so I shall change the head and put my boring head in there. So I've got my big boy face mill on now. I got this off Banggood. I haven't had it that long, but I'm pretty pleased with how it's performed so far. I think John Mills got one at Double Boost and did a review on it, if you want a review on one. So I'm just going to touch it off. Not sure how much I'm going to have to take off it, because I don't know how wonky it's going to be. There's a pain in the arse, this door's catching it. I'm going to have to shut the door right up, I'm afraid. But then it's going to catch it on the way back here. Bugger, I'm going to have to whip that off. Right, I've just sent the quill down a bit further so that this door will clear this bit of the chuck. I'll try this, I'll zero me DRO and send a cut across there. Well, that took a lot more off of this side than the side I started at, but there you go. I think one more will do it. Right, I'm going to change out my cutter and do these sides and that. Because the law of sod never goes in my favour, with my end mill in there I didn't have enough travel on my table to get to the jaw, so I'm having to reclock it and remount it. Pain in the arse. Right, well I'm where I wanted to be about 20 minutes ago. I want to take a little bit more of this. It's not gone very deep there, the original thing. So I'm going to take that off and touch it off on this face. And then just take light cuts until I've got rid of all the blue on there. I don't want to climb mill on this, so I'm going to take it right back. The camera's going to pick that up, but it's already taken some off the face there and there. It's left all this. I mean, that's how rough it was. I'm going to take another couple of tenths. Remember to slow that down this time. I'll try and zoom in on that. You can see there's still a bit of blue up here. We had to take a bit more off of this than I thought actually. Still a tiny bit of the blue in the roughness up here, so I'll whip that off. Alright, well that's got it all. So now I want to come down into here and take a little bit off of the sides of each of these until I get bare metal on them. Okay, that's the milling done. Alright, so that's these faces and the front jaw faces done. Now I've got to try and mount it on here on some blocks and just take a little bit off of these bottom surfaces, try and get them parallel with this. Alright, well I've got this bolted down on a couple of parallels onto the face, so now I'm going to touch it off. Don't have to worry about whether it's square or not, it's just getting these parallel with the other side, so off we go. Didn't have them tight enough. demount that and have a look at it on the bench. So this is where we're at with one nights. I've got a square on there, that's all good with that. It's very good actually, I'm pleased with that. I would expect that coming off the mill. I ain't measured these yet though. Well, I've got to turn it on. This is a bit awkward. I'll get a micrometer and measure them, I think. That certainly feels good. It's 11.36. Same there. Oh, bollocks. Well, you wouldn't think this would be this hard. That little dig in there. It's a bit shallower down that end. It's the same as the rest of it. Slightly smaller. That's 11.36 there, so that's all pretty good. So this is the chunk of metal I'm going to make the actual jaw out of. But I ain't going to have enough to get right down there on this, I don't think. Time I've faced it off. Yeah, it's only going to leave me about 8mm. But that'll be alright, that'll be enough. So I've got to face this off, cut it to the right length, square it up and then rebait it to go into this channel. That's going to be for tomorrow night.
Versus Rimland is coming back, of course.
Right, so that's going to be it for this one.
I'm
going to have to do this in a couple of parts, I think, because this is dragging out a bit. So, I'll see you in part 2. Bye for now.
Embrace